Are we ready for this? Sunday, mid June. Oh boy. Life changes so fast, and you gotta be ready for the blows. Never ring the bell. If you know what I'm talking about, you gotta tell me in the comments. Never, ever ring the bell. If someone knows what I'm talking about, it will make me so happy. Tell me in the comments right now. I always like to watch those kinds of videos. Ah, man, that's so good. That's so good. Starting now. Ian in the house. Talk about Crow. Yes, yes. Sierra Kronos, baby. Oscar Turkey. Guys, we got some updates for you today. It's Sunday Night Live, everybody. Good morning to all my friends in Dubai, in Singapore, in Asia, and Europe. And good evening to all my friends here in the US. Welcome. We got a video for you earlier today as far as something that I'm thinking about, because BlackRock, at any time, at any moment, they could just say, hey guys, we're going in. Here's our S1, and it's game over. So I know I gotta be bullish, right? Faraon, what's up, buddy? Happy to see you and welcome. Today the SEC must file. Woof, imagine. Happy Father's Day. That's true. Called my dad earlier today too. Happy Father's Day. We got Chipper in the house. What's up, buddy? Welcome. First month that I have here. A few members as well. We're gonna go ahead and let YouTube do its work and tell people that we're live. XRP News Live. Do we foresee more pain? Question each other. Do you think there's gonna be more pain in the markets, guys? Now, why Oscar? Because XRP sucks and crypto is a scam and Bitcoin is just an experiment? No, because of the war, right? Because of what's going on, and it can get uglier, and it's really gonna destabilize a bunch of things, right? I am, as you can tell, as I told you last live, I'm watching here live in front of me, right? So I got my camera, I got my screen. So if there's anything that is worthy, I'll go ahead and show it to you. But if you don't mind, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bells. We're here every single Sunday, every single day, learning what's going on for crypto. We're ready, man. Like, we're absolutely ready to really knock it out of the park as far as crypto and financial freedom. But what we need is that altcoin season, right? And I got some questions here in the poll. My mood be like, what is altcoin season? Why? Well, because we haven't seen altcoin season in so long. This war won't end well for crypto. XRP, please do something. And I just keep buying more XRP, which is what I've been doing lately. And I know a lot of people cannot even believe, right? Because it's tough. That over the last 5 months, now 6 months, over the last 6 months in 2025, the only thing we've been able to do is this, bro. After January the 20th, which we're going to be in January the 20th in 5 days, after January the 20th, the price of XRP just went down, and consolidation, basically. Consolidation. What's up, TJ? Happy to see you, buddy. Welcome. So I understand very, very clearly that it's not going to be for everybody to swallow, to go through this thing. Now, imagine, right? We have to wait for another 6 months. Unsubscribe to Oscar. Unsubscribe. The guy doesn't know what he's talking about. In order to become the 1%, you must be able to do what other 99% won't do. That's crypto, guys. That is us, right? We're really not following the system. Like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and go to a job and 9 to 5 and do that for 40 years and 30 years. You could do that. You're gonna be fine. I think happiness is not only, withdrawn from money, but if you're watching this with 300 people here, there's millions of people out there. There's less than a billion people in crypto. So we are a 0.0000000. We're like a meme coin right now. we're a meme coin price percentage, guys. Okay. Now, why am I saying all of this, guys? We're saying it because every day you tune in, and I thank you. We're extremely early, guys. Ripple announcing Apex 2025. It happened this week. It happened this week. I know that you forgot already. You're like, oh, they were in Singapore. Brad, Monica, David. It was this week. It was great. Bunch of news. USDC, Ondo, banks, partnerships. So many things happening in crypto, guys. A lot of things, great things happening in our industry. I'm so bullish. What's up, Alex? Good to have you, buddy. Welcome. Level says holding for 7 years now, starting to get sick of XRP holding. 100,000, you said. My man. Curtis Riss. Hey, thank you, buddy. Happy to see you. Welcome. Man. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate that a lot. Let's close the case. I know, bro, right? That is for sure. What's up, Mark? Yeah, we're trading, but for sure, let us know. We're gonna be, if you're on the Discord, talk to us, bro. No worries. Oscar, you shorting us again? No, today, no. I'm not shorting right now. I'll tell you. No, today we're just, what I'm doing right now with XRP is accumulating crypto. New system is coming fast. The Fed done. True. Hey, what's up, Mark? Good to see you guys. Welcome. Now we have a little bit more friends here. Guys, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bells, right? So more people get to see what's going on. If we are going to have more pain or not, well, that's okay. That's fantastic. Join us in the Discord. We got a bunch of people right there too, willing to help. Just go ahead and tell us what you need. It's been a couple of really interesting weeks for me personally. That's why I've been a little bit less active there. But I'm already getting, I'm already skyrocketing. So I'm pretty happy for that. So we got tremendous, great moderators there and admins that are just keeping everything super, super nice. So FYI. Obviously, what I think a lot of people are talking about, not, mentioning yesterday's parade, which I watched it. Bunch of protests here in the US. There's a lot of news going on right there, which, they don't really affect crypto, but the only thing that is does affecting a little bit of crypto, right, is
fight it out. But
it's the war, right? And he was asked today, Sunday, about the war with Iran. You know what's going on, and he's like, sometimes they have to fight it out. That's what Trump said. Sometimes they have to fight it out. So, I mean, you just have to, go through the punches, basically. Whatever happens with crypto, we have to go through the punches, right? Because even if we have some really good news for our industry, it's just not going to matter if missiles are coming in and they're targeting pretty sensitive places. And one of those headlines can destroy a pretty good chart, like it did on Friday or so. Friday, Thursday. I'm not sure the day that it all started, right? But it was the 61 day. So I know that it's problematic, for a lot of people. And there's so much history right there that goes beyond my purview. But when we talk about the industry and our industry, um, we're just a small sphere compared to what president and everybody in the market is concerned about. They're really not talking about us. They don't care about us, to be honest with you. They don't really pay much attention to Bitcoin. Trump does what it does for Bitcoin because of voting, right, and the support and the money. But we're still not in the main domain, mainstream, that people are just speaking about crypto every single day. They're not. So that to you should be another reason why not to wait and join the crypto industry. You just have to take a look at which crypto resonates with you the most. Meme coins. Maybe you want to be a Solana maxi, do Binance only, AI, right? You want to do the top 10 XRP, you want to do payments, you want to do, layer ones. You want to be a Bitcoin maxi, right? Some people watching me right now, you guys love Bitcoin, that's it, and that's the only thing you do. That's totally fine. So I'll tell you guys, I made my choice. And after a few years in the industry, I'm like, okay, I want to buy everything that I consider a good opportunity. And I'm going to have allocations. What do you mean? Well, guys, you don't need to put all your money into the brand new meme coin, right? To make a lot of money. That's very, very risky. But nothing says that you cannot participate in some pretty risky projects and give it a chance, give it a look, just try it out. And if that's the case and it does well, right? I was able to share with you guys a few projects, sponsored projects on the channel a few days ago. They all are doing pretty nice, which I'm happy about. Like, good. They're all risky, right? You do what's best for you at the end of the day. Buy what you can afford losing and try it out. But just comes to show that XRP might not move for a while. It's true. XRP might not move for a while. And that to me, it's okay. And I see some comments saying, that's fine with me. Let me find it. Right here. One said, oh, here it is. P.S. Keep XRP low. I want more. Do you think more pain is coming? If I knew what more, targets are going to be hitting in these two countries, then we're not going to see, I think, a nice green bull market, right now, as long as this is ongoing. Look, that's what they're showing right there. All the different countries that are involved. As long as people are watching that, they're not talking about crypto. The mainstream media, retail investors like us, yeah, we're buying crypto. We're getting in. But the majority of the people right now are pretty distracted. In COVID, we had an amazing opportunity because everybody was indoors, and they just wanted to make money and get out with the stress, But right now, it's open, and people are just doing whatever. So it allows for our industry to build to another point where crypto maybe, and it's gonna be kind of weird to say this, but do you foresee another COVID-like event? I hope not. Honestly, I hope not. I don't want that. But with the whole thing about the wars, and obviously the U.S. we don't want to get involved. That's what remarks you can see right here. Nuclear power U.S. aircraft carrier en route to the Middle East. Iran says prepare for a long war with Israel. Iran warns Israel will not be habitable soon. President Trump shuts down Israeli proposal to, you know what, the supreme leader. So President Trump says U.S. involvement in Israel war is possible. So I'm like, freaking seriously, like, give us a break. Give us a break. 2025, according to the 4-year cycle, was gonna be the year for us. Now, go back to 2020. We weren't talking about wars; it was about COVID, right? So it wasn't like a major, big military. There were, of course, some ongoing things, a little bit much lesser scale. In 2022, that's when Russia and Ukraine started. Russia started with the invasion, if I'm not mistaken. But I think 2025 has been 3 years, and that war is still ongoing. And then we had Israel, and then Palestine and Gaza, and now this one. You just recall, since 2022, we haven't been able to get out of a war, like a major conflict, right? Stop Roberts, you remember that guy? I know, right? It's a good friend. Now, why am I speaking all of this? That's because these are the reasons why, to all the questions saying why XRP is not doing much. There's nothing we can do. I mean, look, I'll tell you something. The case could be over tomorrow. They could announce tomorrow that the case is gone, and Analyses it's going to pump. But it's not going to pump to $10. It might pump to $3.10, but it's not going to do like $7-8. No. If we get the news about the ETFs, it's going to pump too. It's going to do well. Might pass 350. I mean, that's huge. And I'm waiting for that. I know there's going to be a breakout, but it's not going to be as significant because we still have this macro poison that it's just not going to let us fly away the way we're supposed to. I think, and if you have another opinion, please tell me in the comments. I'm reading right here. That's, I know that when the case is gone, I know when the ETFs are approved, I know when BlackRock comes, I know there's going to be some positive price impact. I know that. But it's not going to be as significant because of all these ongoing conflicts. Because that's what people see. No one who is watching the Ripple case, who out of all your friends is watching the what Analyses is going to reply to Brad Garlinghouse and the SEC? Who from all your friends is waiting for Grayscale and Bitwise and ARK Invest and BlackRock and Franklin to finally get their S1s approved? Who? No one. So that big, retail wave, it's not going to happen until we have distractions completed, gone. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Faster in the house. What's up, buddy? Trinidad Ramos. What's up, buddy? Welcome. Nice to have you, buddy. Welcome back. Curtis is on fire, too. That's nice. Curtis, imagine how much it will be in a few years. People probably won't be able to afford what you already have. True. People are complaining that 100,000 XRP is like I'm offending people. There was a question last week. Someone asked me, "Hey, Oscar, how many XRP you think is like the ultimate goal?" And I was like, "I'll tell you what I told you about a year plus ago, 100,000. A year plus ago, I told you 100,000 because to me, I think that's a pretty nice number to have, considering back then it was 50 cents, right? And some replies were like, "Are you kidding me? 100,000? Don't you know?" Like, okay, then 10,000. I mean, right? Well, you can afford losing, but I'm just saying. I've I've been having some conversation with my friends, and all of them, when I tell them, "Hey, are you considering Bitcoin? Like, you wanna get one or so?" And they're like, "Okay, how much? How much is it?" 110,000, 105,000. They're like, "Are you kidding me?" They cannot believe at the year last it is that high, and they just tell me point blank, "I will never buy it. I'll never buy it. It's too expensive." So if you don't wanna get Bitcoin because it's too expensive, right? Then okay, totally makes sense. Maybe Ethereum, right? What's up, True Diglet? It's good to have you, buddy. Welcome. No one here. And I'll say it this way. Look, I told you. Look, I got this. Look at this. Come on. Here. Made a video about this. You remember? People vastly underestimate how big of an impact the largest economy in the world, and you can add China, you can add Singapore, you can add Dubai to the list, like all of them, right? Into being pro crypto will have. Guys, let this be your call, right? Thank you, Tridigless. Appreciate it. I think so, bro. XRP, Solana, just take a look at the list with the ETFs. Let me find it for you. Where was it? XRP ETFs. There's a list. Let me find it. I'll put because that's a good question. Question is, like, is XRP like the best buy nowadays? Let me get it here. There you go. Got it. Look. Oh, right here. There you go. Look at that. Look at this. Right here. So if you have no idea what to get into, if you're like, Oscar, I mean, I'm bored about XRP, please tell me something else. Okay. There's going to be a basket, an index, right? That's the one. I don't know if you watched the video, right? But I told you, number one, Bitcoin. Number two, the basket, the index. Number three, it's going to be Ethereum. And number four will be XRP. Number five will be Solana. So the top five ETFs, crypto ETPs will be Bitcoin, the basket, in my humble opinion, in terms of volume. Bitcoin, the basket, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and then the rest. So look at all of this. They all will have an S1, guys. So even Sui and Kronos, somebody was telling me about Kronos, guy, CRO. Crow is going to have one too. So Crow, that's why if you're staking Crow, if you're staking Cardano, if you're staking Solana, bro, that's the one. I mean, you have to be accumulating and putting it to work. These are all, even HBAR, Avalanche, Polkadot, Cardano, like Dogecoin, bro. The only meme coin, Doge. Where's Shiba Inu, bro? Shiba Inu is like, I hold it, but it's not done much. But still is $7 billion, right? Shiba Inu has to wake up. Trump, right? Like there's some, look, even SPX, bro, it's been doing pretty well. So right now these cryptos are really at the bottom, basically. Even $26 billion, guys. Dogecoin was 50 billion, bro. Like, it was high enough. So those are the the positions that I will tell you that I'm really watching over very, very carefully. Besides XRP. Like, if you get tired of XRP, sometimes I get tired of buying XRP, and I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and do Cardano this time. Let me go ahead and do Solana this time. Maybe let me go ahead and do Sui a little bit, or Stellar per se, right? So, Mommy of the Alka, good to have you, buddy. Welcome. Planets in the house. I want to buy more now, but I think more blood before. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I'm discussing here. Like, there could be a chance, if there's more pain, right, coming in, like a little dirty here. It's today, right? I mean, right now it's morning in Israel. So I don't think they're already, I don't think they're doing it right now because it's already sun. But the sun is out. But maybe, tomorrow night, tomorrow morning for us, right? Who knows what big news are coming our way, Imagination. What's up, buddy? Thank you, TJ in the house. Welcome, buddy. Isaac, you're giving me FOMO. What are your thoughts about, being a super cycle with all the regulations, these dude? I mean, honestly, I would be okay calling this a super cycle because we have been waiting for such a long time, bro, for this cycle to do something. It just doesn't make any sense that that crypto hasn't done what it's supposed to be doing right now. Chris Marsalek, Crypto.com CEO, told us to forget about the 4-year cycle and just keep building. And eventually, in due time, it's all going to just pair to the price that it's supposed to be. Brad Garlinghouse. I like that. I mean, if there was no war, and the only thing that we were facing was, like, if there was no war and no tariffs, nah, bro. Like, if it wasn't for the tariffs, if it wasn't for the war, bro, whales would have already bought everything. Whales would have already loaded up and said, hey, let's pump this up. Let's pump this showed up. That's it. But the reason why crypto, XRP, and the rest dumped is because of the tariffs months ago. Then a little bit of drama with Trump and Elon didn't do really much. That's not really a reason, right? But then now with this, I will say that the case for XRP and FOMC, the rates, those are not mega huge reasons for me to delay an altcoin season, because eventually he has to cut. Once he cuts, that's also going to be a green flag for us. That's going to be a good one. Fundamentally have an issue investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum, mainly Tether with Bitcoin and not knowing who made Ethereum. Horrible gas fees, mostly meme traffic. Ethereum has been a little bit better now. It used to be, bro, I've been, using Ethereum for 5 years now. And 5 years ago, Ethereum, yes, bro, fees were out of this world. They're not too high because not many, there's not as high of a demand as it used to be. Because things change. People complain, and people say, hey, we're paying too much in fees, like, change this, right? And that's why we had Arbitrum, we had Optimus, and Polygon, those layer 2s that helped a lot. So I'm gonna go back to this. If we're underestimating, what's coming, it happens. And this one too, right? This happened, 2 weeks ago or so. XRP Vegas. It was really nice. Some of you guys were there. We'll see what they're going to be telling us this week. I think it's going to be good. Guys, I want to remind you the first link in the description and also at the top of the chat. Join me for your place on BTCC. Start trading, guys, and get up to speed with all the different bonuses that we have. You got to do is click and then sign up right here. It's going to take you to this place. And you're going to be part of us, guys. It's going to be good to start trading and putting yourself in a good position. Even if you are just buying spot like me right now, when I'm a little bit more active in my futures, I do futures too, then of course I have no problem into being more risky. But this is our situation right now for XRP, that in the last 5-6 months I've seen too many videos about XRP. Not only the ones that I produce for you guys, but the ones that I watch for entertainment to get some other different opinions, right? And well, nothing's going on so far, and I've already watched videos telling me that we're gonna go to $10,000, $5,000, $1,000, and I'm like, well, where is it? Because it takes time, right? It takes time for Bitcoin and crypto to do what we're supposed to. Even Bitcoin right now, this right here, April, right here, November, this December, and January, right? So we haven't really moved much from the price that we put at the beginning of the year. We crashed very nicely with all the tariffs. This, the news that Trump was going to be really, really bad for the US because of the tariffs. And then now they have a deal with China and everything's going well. And they're getting much happier with the relationship, and now the price went up. So who can guess what the next leg up or leg down, what's going to happen next now? Maybe we want to go back a little bit more to get more perspective, That is the Bollinger Bands, which tells just one side of the story. I'm going to remove them. I got my indicator too, which is my PPF. It's loading right now. There you go. Now you might say, that's a lot, Oscar. No worries. We'll go ahead and change it. You can actually take a look at it in the link down below. You can have it too. From 1 month, we're going to put it to 12 months. You're going to see that. 12 months, it gives me the 12-month low, the 12-month high. So the highest price was 111,000, almost 112,000 here, according to this chart. For 2025, for 2024 was 108,000, which was roughly 109,000 too. So somewhere like that. The lowest price right now for 2025 has been $74,000, right? It gives you some buy and sell alerts, which is pretty nice. So this is my Neo Cloud. Shows me, a point of rejection, retracement, so possible good entries. We're looking at the weekly candle. If you go ahead and take a look at the weekly, I'm going to go ahead and add the Heikin Ashi so it's even easier for you to get it. This is Bitcoin, right? You notice how back in December 2022, in the weekly chart, we stopped the bleeding. And ever since, over the next 2+ years, the price of Bitcoin has been doing really nice, rejecting bottoms, rejecting tops, and going in a really positive direction. That is Bitcoin. Basically, people adding and buying and buying and buying. Some selling, but right now Bitcoin, although it does look like it's not moving, it did pretty well. Let's compare that to XRP. I like always to kind of go back and take a look at the big picture. Where's XRP? Where you at? Always miss it. There you go. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. That's a good one. What you're seeing right now on the screen is the price of XRP back 2022. we dropped with the bear market. For the next 2 years, price of XRP went from 31 cents to 53 cents. Nothing, right? Pumped because of Analyses, dumped all the way down. So price of XRP did absolutely peanuts, right? Now, according to my PPF indicator, price of XRP in the weekly, it's doing much better than expectations. Because here, the Neo Cloud, we rejected that one. This was news about tariffs. That was on Monday. It dropped bad. We were live actually doing it. We were live, I remember. Pump back and we're still there. So I think we can forecast a more consolidation still. And we will need all these ongoing issues to calm down for XRP to actually start rallying all the way back up and getting those whales not to sell much. Yep. I know that a lot of people really want to get to these levels again, to the 50 cents. But knowing that Trump is the president, the only way I see this go back to 50 cents, I hope YouTube doesn't really punishes me, right? I'm not going to say it explicitly, but will be Trump no longer being our president, basically. Not by choice, because someone, right? That's the only way I will see the current crypto, like the current state of the market in crypto, even stocks, drop at this level. This whole thing is called Trump. If you remove Trump, drop. But thankfully, we know that that is unlikely to happen. That is unlikely to happen, right? Because you can easily tell, he won and boom. That's the confidence. That's billions and billions and billions of dollars coming in. Trillions, right? From all the world. Not only the US, but the world. Saying, we believe in this new president. And that's why they bought so much. From 50 cents to $3.40, dude. $3.40, bro. More than 6x. So people really made a killing with XRP. And right now, this whole time, now I'm going to hide it, right? And I still have this trend. Like, there's a chance, like, look, XRP pumped to 264. Are we actually going to go all the way down here because of the war? Like, are we actually going to retest under $2 and go down and then go up again? Like, what could be the new chart for XRP? We're still waiting on that. Because this whole time, we still don't have the Ripple case dropped. We still don't have FOMC cuts. We still don't have ETFs. We need one of those to change the whole chart, to change the whole thing in the weekly, bro. Because we watch the daily, we watch the hourly. And that is crazy. That is volatility. And that's something that I really like to share with everybody. But the weekly is the one that you want to change. Because the weekly looks bullish, but lately it looks that, things could be heading into another direction. It's the same thing. If you guys are enjoying the show, drop likes and subscribe to the channel. Welcome aboard. Happy to see my members, community moderators, and new people coming in. Let us know in the house right here in the chat. We posted this video earlier today. Now here on X2, we're getting some audience speaking right there, and also checking, all different things as far as XRP and more. Because, X gets crazy from time to time. But yeah, I mean, I do appreciate, making all these comparisons. There's obviously a bunch more cryptos like Solana, right? Solana had a big drop, right? With the Melania and the Trump meme coin. But Solana is not dead. It's not dead. Some other memes like Pepe, right? Still doing very well. We got Sui went down massive because of the rock pools that one of the meme coins had, but it's still holding strong, pretty nice. Ethereum, where you add Ethereum, because Ethereum, Mr. Ethereum, it was basically over. Ethereum at $1,300, bro. $1,300 Ethereum in April. That was the sweet tariff, position where people were like, "Oh, bro, what's going on? This is actually happening." From $4,000, bro, it got to $3,000 in 2025, and then losing over $2,000 worth of Ethereum is like pretty insane. So at this point, consolidated in May. Ethereum hasn't done much. It's still in a rectangle, bro. It's like, how fun that is. Look at this. That is Ethereum, bro, right now. That is ETH. No one knows. Like, everyone is right now just saying, okay, man, this is what else are we waiting for, Mommy at the Act in the House. Genius Act, that's another big one too, for sure. Great insights, always giving good advice. Appreciate it, Milton. We're here, bro. Always like to see that. If this is the new floor price, no harm accumulating these prices. That is why, I like to remind my community that not to get lost in the games and all the headlines. At the end of the day, if all Congress knew what we know about XRP, they'll be buying that, but they know they can't. They need to support all the industries that are paying them a lot of money. It's true. I know the banking industry in the US is not happy. And right now, even Walmart, I mean, you saw that, right? Where is it? Watch your guru. I have to go back. Let me do media. But where's the Walmart news? Tesla, Circle, Amazon here. Amazon to test. No, that's not the one. Binance, Nvidia. Well, it was somewhere there, right? Walmart and other different companies are already looking into getting their own stablecoin. So comes to show, guys, they're not wasting their time for sure. Banks are closed for the weekend. Bitcoin never closes. And we got remarks like this one for all the news. And breaks too. These are all the Watch Your Guru accounts. 2 minutes ago, it says Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says Iran was behind two failed. Imagine, bro. Iran rejects U.S. ceasefire negotiations while under attack. Right now, Trump is saying, hey, dude, calm down, chill, right? This guy is an OG. Until we get any more information, ceasefire. So I don't think it's gonna make much sense, right? Ceasefire right now, it's kind of late for that. Seems pretty late, but we'll get more good news about XRP. We're gonna get more updates about crypto, or breaking news that are gonna make me make a very super hype video, because I know, guys, personally, I see it, long term, short term. I know it's gonna really change our industry. But until we get what we've been waiting for since the beginning of 2025, not much is going to happen. But hey, that's why we're here together. That's why we open mics. That's why we open, the chat once a week, every single Sunday, and of course, any other day that we're live. Because maybe this is the only time that you chat with someone about crypto. Maybe this is the only time that you join a forum, a space about crypto, and we appreciate that. I don't know most of you guys, but I know that we're only humans, right? And we want to make money, and we're like, okay, so what do I buy or so? But just know that out of your 100% of crypto, well, you're not gonna put everything in XRP. You're not gonna put everything in Bitcoin. You're gonna, unless you want to, right? But diversification helps. But there's also this part of, okay, let me try something on my own and risk it. And if you do that, you're going to learn. And that's how I learned trading. And that's when you are on BTCC, guys. I always like to remind people, when you're here, you join with my link right down below so you can start trading. You come here to demo trading. You click demo trading, and that's not your money. You're using the platform's money, and you just start learning at your own pace. Right? Paper trading, basically. And then whatever happens, you lose, you win, or so. That's all learning knowledge to your repertoire. And when we have, let me open this for you guys. In the money trading, which we're going to share here to you guys right now. This is where we're going to be posting more and more and more. There it is. If you have a Telegram account and you don't have a group to see the trades, to see what's going on, get the latest, there it is. I'm going to share it again. So join us for free. You don't have to pay anything. It's absolutely always for free. Watch out with the scams. Not that we have that, but there's always bad people trying to get take advantage of anybody, right? So watch out. We'll never DM. So always be careful when you're in any type of forum, right? Discord or Telegram. I say that because, well, sadly, we always have those scenarios and cases where people, take advantage, get their accounts hacked or so. So don't lose your money, please. And yes, fam, that's what I wanted to share this Sunday Night Live with you guys. About 50 minutes close to that. And the prices remain steady. So far, we didn't catch any pump, any dump, right? But it was pretty nice for a conversation just to get prepared for what's ahead. This week, I think overall, the week that passed, take a look at the price of XRP in the daily, right? Today is the 15th, so it was like the 9th or so right here. That was Monday. So we went from 232 to 216, so we didn't do much in the price. There was no big pump or so. It was just holding the line and waiting for the war, right? Waiting for the war news. So we came down. Depends on what happens tomorrow and the day after, how things are going to roll out. Have some cash on the side. We are already buying because we're already at a great level in my case, in my opinion, but there's always some money on the side that we can allocate for this place. I want to say thank you to Planets, Big Daddy, TJ, Dangerous Dave, and more people for coming into the space. You also want to know the behind the scenes on Discord. Take a look at the Patreon, right? We have the Discord tier, the Patreon tier. You can always ask questions. Always just ask, and we'll be replying to you guys. So thank you for the donations, for the support. We're here every single day because, man, this is an industry that I know it has so much to give. Although right now there's 10 things that are distracting the world, right? Which makes sense, right? Just this week, the Indian plane, right, happened. And that took like 2 days, which is sad. 200 plus people. I was watching the headline. I mean, you watch the video. That's terrible, bro. And that is one out of many things that happens in 1 week. In 1 week. Oh, this world. Pretty sad. But that's the reality of life. That is the reality of life. You just cannot stop the world from moving and just have to keep moving or get eaten, right? You guys take care. Be safe. God bless you all. Thank you guys. I'll see you on Discord. I'll see you on Telegram. And catch you in the next one. Peace. Let's go. Thanks, everybody. Cheers.